To create this Snapchat filter inspired skull, start by filling the eyebrows in. I'm just using a gel liner here. You can use an eyebrow pencil or face paint or a eyebrow pen, up to you. So what I'm doing is just filling them in and maybe thickening them up a little bit and extending them from the inside just to make them look like they're closer together. Apply a brown eyeshadow over the eyelids, taking it up almost all the way to the brow. And I'm just using my fingers to do this. You can use a brush if you want. Don't forget to do underneath the eyes as well with the brown eyeshadow. And then take a fluffy brush and just blend out the edges until it looks faded. So if the edges are still hard to blend with a fluffy brush, you can also go in with a lighter eyeshadow and just go around the edges with the brush again, and it should help. The eyes will be the sockets of the skull, so darken them up with some black eyeshadow and repeat the steps that I did with the brown eyeshadow. To add a little bit of gleam to this look, add a shimmer eyeshadow to highlight each inner corner and just under the arch of the brow. So skulls have a lighter shade than my skin tone, so I just used a foundation to create that shade. And then I applied it evenly with a brush. You can use a beauty blender if you'd like. I create these frown lines just by painting over my own and just thickening them up with the same gel liner that I used for the brows, and then they just join to the brows. To make it look like the skull's brow is coming forward, just create a shadow underneath those frown lines. What I did next was paint like a cat's head on my nose to create the skull's nose, so 2 pointy ears and a rounded face, and then I fill it in, but I leave a little space to make it look like there's dimension into the nose, so there's a bit of depth there. So I did all that with a gel liner, and it all had to be set with a black eyeshadow, just like the eyebrows. Paint a line curving in towards the nose and then down towards the chin to create the cheekbones of the skull. Thicken those lines up with a gel liner and smudge down with your fingers, and then set that with powder as well. Clean up any smudges on the skull with some foundation. Create little hollows in the skull by shading the sides of the forehead, and add a faint line above the brow to make the brow bone look like it's raised off the face. To save time shading around every tooth, I just applied a black eyeshadow over my lips to be the shadow around the teeth, and then I'll paint over the top of that so it looks like there's shadow. To make it easier, use a flat lip brush with a rounded top to get the shape of the teeth. Paint over the lips and then out to where the black area is. Do the same for the bottom teeth as well, and make sure there's space between each tooth. Because I didn't shade that far out, I had to go in between those teeth on the outside. Add a shadow underneath the bottom teeth to create dimension so that it appears as though that part of the jaw is slightly recessed. I would have saved heaps of time by using a white face paint for the teeth, but I used the cream paint, so I had to go in with powder and set every tooth with that so it wouldn't smudge. I thought the eyes weren't dark enough, so I went back in with a gel liner over the top. Did exactly what I did with the eyeshadow before with my fingers there, and then just set it all with a black eyeshadow. An easier way I could have blackened my waterlines was use an eyeliner, but I didn't have my sharpener near me, so I just used the gel liner, and I had to set it with powder so it wouldn't come off. To finish off the look, I added some false lashes and some contact lenses, and that's about it. Finished the look right here. I hope it was super helpful and you could easily follow along to this tutorial, and I will be back with more soon, so thanks for watching.